When I was 20 and I signed on to these, I kind of knew, I was like, okay, this is a long road and you're gonna have moments of regrets. But I ultimately think that this is the right thing to do. And I was like, I'm gonna be 25 by the time all this is over. Like, that'll never happen. And so I think what surprises me is how upset I was when I wrapped. When I signed them, I was like, okay, it's 5 years, you'll get through it. And I was so sad to go. And I never had one moment of regret like I thought I would. I really have genuinely loved being a part of these movies and have never looked back.
I think Hunger Games as a phenomenon has rewritten the rule book of what can be commercially viable, and it's long overdue that a franchise can have such important messages and hope to inspire a younger generation and still make the money men their money and still get the bums on seats. But so hopefully it's about the quality of the writing, as Nina always so eloquently talks about Suzanne Collins, so that we can be more sophisticated and more respectful of our audiences when we make big blockbusters.
When I first read the books, that was the thing that I loved about Peter so much, was the arc he got to go on, and going from being this extremely trustworthy character that everyone can depend upon to this really twisted, almost bipolar, on the edge kind of character. But I think the biggest thing that Francis and I really talked about was like what happened to him in the Capitol. Like, we talked about what actual tortures he experienced. And I don't know, once you kind of start thinking in that way and start understanding what he went through, it kind of just became a part of the character. And I mean, to have this idea that you literally don't know which memories are real and which ones are not real, that's like a really psychologically twisted and dark and terrifying. I think that was the thing that I thought was really important, was that it came across that Peter was afraid of himself, and so that's kind of the direction we were trying to go with it.
I find Katniss inspiring, period. When I read the books and the script, and it began, embodying, or whatever, everything about her is to inspire. That's why she's the Mockingjay. That's why she's a leader. So, of course, I was inspired, but I don't WWKD.
You're not influenced by your character until your character appears in front of you. It's not you. It's something that you have channeled and that appears and participates in your life. So you are influenced in that respect, I believe.
That is so true. There have been so many times where I'll see things, whatever, you're totally...
What?
Nothing. I don't always time. But you're totally right.
You realize that when we started this, I was nearly 4 times your age, and now I'm just barely more than 3 times your age.